All right. I'm going to play Tarkov and talk about where I've been. Oh, I should have started EFT up. God dang it. EFT Arena is what I meant to say. Hello. Hi. My name is the Pink Shark. I have been on this channel for a long time and been smoking weed ever since I was 14 and found out how really just how bad it can have on you and anybody else socially. It's not them smoking, it's you smoking. It is going to lead you to a stagnant area that you think that you're feeling fine because you're smoking so much. And come to finding out by just researching and knowing like what's actually real, what's this, what's that, blah blah blah, you know, just put me in a loop of anxiety that I just could have not gotten out of. Sorry, I'm a little dehydrated. Sorry if you're a little. Is my mic's pretty sensitive. I love trying to tweak the noise suppression, but I never get to it because I never worried about it. But I want the people that are watching me to worry about if anything is wrong. And I, it's funny about worrying the small things when it comes to being a streamer because you always feel like you're not doing anything else outside of streaming, but you have to. And I think that was another thing that I never really introduced myself and kind of thought like, damn, I was in a mind state where I was fine because I'm smoking weed, not knowing that it's an actual psychedelic that can affect you. And I never knew it did because I've smoked so much frequently over and over and over and over every single day for such a long time. And I still smoke to this day. So don't think like I don't smoke. It's just knowing how cannabis actually affects you and knowing how actually bad it can be on people that are age 13 or older. And the reason why I say 13 or older is because if you're smoking anywhere at around 12 or anything, that's just crazy. That's just, you just should not be doing anything. Let's just be honest. But anyways, like seriously, if you're 12 years old being on the internet right now and you're seeing this like on YouTube or anything, or even if you're effing younger, if you're fucking younger right now and you're smoking, get the fuck off of it right motherfucking now. I'm sorry about swearing. I'm really sorry about my swearing, but it really calms me down because it's no. Weed stunts growth, and that is a fact. To what we have known, it stunts growth because of the dopamine coming from it. And to further explain dopamine, I know there's an ad going on right now in the back. To further explain dopamine, let's start playing the game while I talk. Try to multitask. When it comes to dopamine rushes and dopamine hits, they are two completely different things that can absolutely change your course on seeing things in the world, seeing like if your body has been totally normalized because you feel this good, you feel so good that you just get all excited with these dopamine hits even when you go to sleep. Like for example me, when I go to sleep I get so nice and tucked in when I'm smoking so much because I feel good. Never had the baseline effect of not smoking and not wondering like if I don't smoke, it's just gonna make me feel like shit, and I won't be motivated to do something else because I'm so worried about it. Doing nothing is what leads you to that. Oh, sorry, I know I'm focusing on talking, so I'm gonna focus on talking. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna quit this. I gotta focus on this. When it comes to how you see the world, cannabis can really throw that down your throat and make it so everything is fine. And You feeling like this, you feeling like that is totally normal. And you start to realize, even, and I'm talking to anybody that thought that they knew about weed, because that's how I was. I thought I knew everything about weed. I thought I knew that I was doing it perfectly. Like, I'm not. Smoking cannabis is totally fine, because it is. It's smoking cannabis, and I'm gonna say this right now. Smoking in general is not good for you. But if you are going to smoke, make sure that you are at least no. Sorry. Yes. As long as you're at least comfortable with knowing on how to get off of weed, please, then you can try it out and see if it helps you with the anxiety that I'm feeling right now because of doing stuff outside and not focusing on streaming because it was so comfortable with being on here and talking to everybody. Yeah, I know there's nobody in the chat right now, but this is still going to be a recording, and I will be clipping this out of the stream and doing what I need to do because I'm done being afraid. And that's what you really need to tell yourself. You gotta stop being afraid, because you're overthinking on stuff that you could be improving in your life. And if you still haven't seen a doctor that could tell you otherwise, then you are just going to make yourself at more of a risk of just being worried and worried and worried, because now you're going to think like, oh, damn, I'm going to go to the doctors. I'm not worried right now. I'm going to go to the doctors and feel like I'm doing A-okay. That is not true. That's the dopamine effect. And another thing is smoking when going into sorry, I'm getting distracted by other stuff. This is why I wanted to play Arena, though. Oh, is that the BRB screen? Damn it. Give me a second. When it came to how I was mentally, on who I was with the streaming and stuff, like I showed you guys with the old videos I had, you can clearly tell I was in a state of dopamine that I felt like, damn, I could just do anything I want because I have that free will now. I am spoiled enough, and because from my parents, spoiled enough to do anything I want. And that sort of wealth that you have, and I'm not saying I was wealthy, because I would say I would be like, I'm medium class. Like, I'm mid class, wealthy from back then, and still somewhat am middle class, I guess you could say. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Hope you're doing good, kitties. Sorry, I haven't seen Kitty all day, and it's been hurting me. But yeah, I really just wanted to say, what was I saying? Sorry, I am getting off of weed right now. That's another thing. I'm done lying to myself and thinking like saying weed on the internet or anything like that is a sin and that I'm going to hell or some shit. You'll never know until you die, and I know that's crazy to even fucking say that, but it's true. You gotta just live life. You gotta just keep going. And for anybody that thinks that they're not living the life that they want, life doesn't go your way. Life does its own thing. And you're just riding along. And that is not trying to guilt trip yourself into thinking, damn, well, what if I could be the first? No. No one's the first. No one's the first at anything. And you need to start realizing that. Because you love hearing that? Yeah, you love the gayness? You love the gayness? I am not gay, I promise. Although. Anyways, that was crazy to say, by the way. Yeah, when it comes to smoking weed at such a young age, it really can stunt the growth of how you perceive the world and how your worries go down. Like with my ears, for example, I was so worried that breathing like this was unnormal. And that thinking like this nostril is breathing more than this one. Like, I gotta stop thinking like that because it's not true. It isn't true. It's literally just how my body is functioning. And my body would tell me otherwise if I am lacking something or if I am feeling bad. I just got one tab. But anyways, yeah, I haven't played video games in so long, so getting back into video games is going to take me a minute. Because, as you can see, the dopamine rush I'm having right now of playing a video game and explaining, I can only focus so much. So, I'm not so used to my ears being like this. Back to talking about, like, I really don't care about dying. Going back to, I'm going to turn it down, too. I'll turn it down. Anyways, freaking die over there. I just wanted to explain though, when it comes to smoking weed at such a young age, knowing how weed stunted my growth at such a young age really starts throwing out words saying, oh yeah, I definitely knew what was happening to me. And I knew that smoking weed at such a young age, literally, I know I'm saying, I'm focused on the game, but smoking weed at such a young age really just stunted your growth to the point where you are going to perceive the world as not, like it's not real. Like, for example, with my ears right now, not really hearing myself, you know, I'm worried that I won't be able to hear myself. So, I am literally talking normal, I'm fine. I gotta stop stressing about that because I know I'm fine. And I'll know I'm fine when I go to the doctor. And that's the thing with dopamine and video games. Absolutely affect you. The dopamine from video games really affected me because I've always said to myself, I love to do escapism. And it is. And that's why you should love video games, because you can escape from something that you are overthinking. I'm overthinking right now, but I'm playing the game. Yeah, I'm dying. But that's mainly because I'm not focusing on really playing the game. I really do want to focus on just talking about all this and what I've been doing and it's been really rough. Maybe I should just not. I'm fine with the temporary ban. Maybe I just won't play the game right now and just talk this and get it out of my chest because it's making me stressed even more. I'm going to repeat myself again. The dopamine that you get from other things, including weed, because weed is a stimulant that fuels that fuels that dopamine. It makes you feel good, meaning like you don't need to do anything else. You don't need to eat this. You don't need to do that. You gotta get that out of your system. You gotta stop thinking like that. You gotta do something. Yes, it'll be nervous about getting off of the weed and actually doing something for a change of going out into the real world because you feel like you're still going to feel like you're not doing enough. But you do what you can because at the end of the day, you can only do so much. You can only do so much. You have to rest at some point. And some people are afraid of that because of death. And I know it is. And I know you're thinking it. It's death. You're afraid of death. You gotta not worry about it because at the end of the day, you'll never know when you'll die if it was instantaneously, because then everybody would never know if they died. You got to stop overthinking about what could happen outside of this world, because we have people that are researching that, people that are doing things about that. Just in case you ever got into that field, because that's where I've been. Because I've learned so much about like the universe and all that, blah blah blah, all these different planets and stuff. Like it really nerve wracks you to a point where you're just sitting there like, damn. Sorry, I'm petting my kitty. To the point where you're just, yeah, I am so insignificant. No matter what I do, I can just relax and feel like I just gotta live life. You gotta do fucking something. If you're sitting at home right now, at 21 years of age at least, and you still have not done something for your life, do it now. Why do it later when you can do it now? And if you say that you feel fucking lazy, that is that dopamine wanting you to feel lazy. You got to get up. You got to do a new routine for yourself. You got to change. Stagnation is one of the worst things for a motherfucking human being, because I just went through it for the past, I guess you could say 9, maybe 12 years. And I am a little nervous to say 9 to 12 years as to like, oh, what if that I'm saying a lie right now, and I have no, to be honest with you, I have no idea. And I don't even want to think about that. I'm just glad I'm snapped out of it. And I know that when it comes to weed, it stimulates my growth on wanting to do other things. Or no, sorry. It can stimulate your growth on wanting to do other things if you let it. But it can also stimulate your dopamine, blood pressure, blood sugar, and make you want to go and eat this, eat that, and gain more dopamine. Weed can be a bad drug if you let it be. But weed can be a good drug if you let it be. It's all up here. It really is all up here at the end of the day. And if you still have not seen a doctor, please see a doctor. Because I still have not even seen a doctor. Yeah, I'm worried right now that I might have something wrong with me. And the worriedness is giving me a headache right now. And I'm starting to feel like, oh, now I know how a real headache feels like. So now I got to go and see the doctor. Like, stop. You're adding conclusions because you're sitting at home thinking about something. And I really wanted to bring this up. Oh, whoops. I got to get used to my fucking PC again. I wanted to bring this up because it's very useful. It really helps me a lot. It really does help me a lot. But here we go. As you can see, though, I have tons of smoking vids. Oh, he is live right now. Alright, I'm actually going to be watching him. But anyways, I just want to say, yeah, I'm going to watch this guy. I'm not going to lie. He really helped me get through this. So I'm going to be watching it. I'm not ending the stream or anything right now. But as of, like, I wanted to show. Oh, yeah. See that dopamine? You see what happened right there? But you see what just happened. I saw this person named Eric Khan. I really love this streamer. Very good weed tuber. Really got me into what weed is. Just taught me what weed is. I need to understand that going through that dopamine rush and then getting off of it and getting nervous that you'll never see this again, you'll never see that. You don't have enough fucking time for anything because you do what you can. And I want to show you right now. Eric's there. Yay! But I wanted to show you a video. I wanted to show you a video. I have it in my watch later section. And you see the videos you see what I've been going through? You really can see what I've been going through. And I really hope somebody can relate to this because to what I know of, 10 plus years of weed addiction. That's me. This is practically me. And if I was going to stay in this for so long, this is what I would be going through. So I recommend you watch Zach O.Y. He's really good. I'm not trying to just No, I am plugging him. I am plugging him because he really did save my life on thinking weed was really a stunt in my growth and that I need to really just not smoke weed anymore. He really told me to just calm down, back off of it, and do things that are prior for life. That for your life. Not just life. For your life. What makes you feel good? If you're nervous about something, then you're worried about not doing something. And if you're worried about not doing something, then it's going to get you into this dreadful cycle of stagnation. You do what you can. Boondocks.
Thanks, Granddad. Granddad, what do you do when you can't do nothing, but there's nothing you can do?
You do what you can.
Shit makes me want to fucking cry right now, dude.
Thanks, Granddad. Granddad, what do you do when you can't do nothing, but there's nothing you can do?
You do what you can.
I'm sorry. I really am just done being afraid, bro. I am. I'm done recording myself crying and stuff and thinking like it's not normal. It's normal to fucking cry. It's normal to cry. But don't dread on it. Like what I just did now. I almost dreaded on the crying. But you see what I mean? You do what you can, man.
Thanks, Granddad.
You do what you can.
Granddad, what do you do when you can't do nothing, but there's nothing you can do?
You do what you can.
It's so good to hear that, bro. It really is, though. It really is. It's so good to hear that.
All right, chat. Welcome to my ASMR review.
5 milligrams.
We have the rope, we have the chocolates, and we have the brownies. Okay. Also we have some truffles. We got the cookie with the marshmallow.
Anyways, voice crack included. I'm just so happy now that I'm out of it. Just watching that really helps me, man. I was gonna stream, but now I'm just gonna relax. I'm not saying that I'm done with streaming, blah, 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 and now I feel sorry that I have this just already uploaded, but I'm sorry. I'm just saying it's okay to cry. It's okay to do this and that, this and that. I'm just saying I really want to watch Eric Khan and get that dopamine right now. You do what you can. And if you're very worried about yourself, please see a doctor. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm done yapping again. If you're on weed and you've been on weed ever since you were 13 or even younger, get the fuck off of it now and experience the real world and see a doctor. Because if you're feeling this derealization, depersonalization of feeling like you're not in the world, like you're not existing because you're not doing enough, that video right there proves it. You do what you can. And for that, I'm going to not try to be worried about not streaming because I'm going to have this be a video. But right now, I'm going to try not to, literally try not to forget about it. For example, I'm going to put it as a reminder. Edit. Video. Or yeah, I'm not going to set a reminder because I'll know. No. I will do it. I will. I'm not going to say I'm going to try to remember. I will remember. I will. That's the thing you got to also get into your head. I will. Just do it. You'll never know until you do it. So thank you for watching, and hope y'all just please stay safe, be well, and be blessed. Because if you are safe right now, watching this in your house, thinking like drama outside is causing stuff, blah, 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 it's okay to just relax and then deal with it. But if you're dealing with something about worrying, about the future, why worry about it when it hasn't happened? Because you do what you can. Anyways, like I said, I'm done being afraid of being cringy and stuff, you know. Like, I'm getting my life together. So that's why the streaming is going to be, you know, backed down a bit. But I might make another recording just telling myself, probably going to repeat all of this again and make it a little bit more into one video. So I'm probably just going to, I'm going to do that. Anyway,